Hi, on today's video we'll be taking a look at MSI Center and reasons why it possibly doesn't work properly, or if you want to completely remove it, or you just want to fix it. There's various ways of doing it. We have done sort of videos on this previously, but there's a few more things which have come to light from my recent testing and problems with MSI Center myself, which I spent days and days trying to actually figure out the problem. And a bit of a spoiler alert, it actually wasn't MSI Center's fault. It was something else entirely. So if you're watching this video, if you're trying to fix MSI Center, or you're finding that MSI Center just for some reason just won't load, or seems to be running in the background as a process, but the application just won't run or isn't showing in the system tray, this video is exactly what you need. So without further ado, let's head over to the computer and get started. Okay, so here we are on our Windows 11 installation. This is the same for Windows 10 as well, so if you're on Windows 10 that's fine as well. Now the first thing to take into consideration with MSI Center is there's actually two versions of the app. So there is one which is the Windows Store app. So if you go down to the Windows Store and you get the MSI Center, you can install it from here and you can open it from here as well. And this is the AppX, or the UWP version, or basically a Windows application, which runs very differently from a normal Windows installation or a normal Windows program. So that is something to bear in mind. So you can either use that version, or alternatively, you can go over to msi.com/landing/MSI Center. All links for this will be in the video description for you as well. So you can download it from here, and this will give you a kind of a normal Windows program installation, like the ones we were used to for many, many years. So not a Windows app. Although, having said that, when you install this version, the actual kind of normal Windows 32 version, so to speak, it kind of runs in a hybrid mode. So it kind of runs in a container and still runs the UWP mode, and vice versa with the Windows Store one. So there are some significant differences, but it mostly relates to the actual installation process and where the files are physically kept on your hard disk or your SSD. So that is the two versions. So in order to download the version which is like the typical installer, you can just click on download and you can save it to wherever you want to. So save it to the desktop, for instance, in this instance, and you can then unzip it and install it from there. So that is pretty straightforward. The next thing to do is, obviously, if you're having problems with the program not running correctly, or you need to reinstall it, or it's corrupted, whatever, you actually need to clean out the remnants depending on which way it's been installed. In order to do that, you can go to this site here, so msi.com FAQ 9934. Again, links in the video description. And you can download the MSI cleaner. So this is Clean Center Master. That's a zip file as well, so you can just copy that, paste it, and save that into a location, and you can run it to clean the system. Also, if you're not too sure how to get it, or neither of those two really are working for you, or you're finding it hard to find, then you can just go to your motherboard's homepage. So in this instance, this is for my X670E Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. If you go to the section for Utility and Others, you can choose your operating system, and also if you scroll down, you'll see there is MSI Center, the latest version of it, which you can then download and install as a typical Windows installation application. Also, you may find as well for your particular motherboard where it lists MSI Center, you may also have another link at the bottom here to run the Clean Center Master. So that removes MSI Center before reinstallation. Now, I would always suggest running this. Again, if you click on download, you can save it to a location. I've already got it on my desktop, but you can download it and save it. So that is the key two versions of MSI Center, the normal Windows application or program, and there's also the Windows UWP or Windows app or Windows Store app. So now we can go to the desktop, and we've got two versions here. So MSI Center, that is the installation program, and we've got Clean Center Master. So again, if you're having any problems, the best thing to do to start with is to basically clean the entire lot out. So in order to do that, we will go to this file here, we'll do extract all, and we'll extract it to the default location. And then inside here, we've got the clean center master.exe. Right click and choose run as administrator. User account control may pop up. If it does, click on yes. And you should see this This new updated version actually appears to be in English, whereas previously it has been in Chinese, I believe. Not too sure, but it wasn't English, that's for sure. So all we do is click on clean. Now make sure as well, before you do this, MSI Center will reboot automatically after it's finished. So if there's anything open which you don't want to lose or whatever, just make sure you've saved any open applications. Ideally, close as much stuff as you can. That's a good way of doing it. Now, alternatively, if you don't want to use Master Center Cleaner, you can, if you wanted to, go to Settings, and then into Apps, and then go into Installed Apps, and you can just scroll down through until you find MSI Center. And also, once you've removed MSI Center, also make sure you remove the MSI Center SDK. Now, obviously, if you're going to use the cleaner, you don't need to do either of these, but if you want to do it yourself manually, remove MSI Center and remove the MSI Center SDK. Now there will still be some MSI remnants left around your system and also registry entries, so I would strongly suggest not using these and go ahead and use the Clean Center Master. So we're ready to do that now, so we'll click on Clean, and once you click on it, there is no real user intervention at all. You can barely tell that it's actually working. You might get the little circle showing up to say that Windows is actually doing something. Potentially you might get a little DOS box type thing come up to say that it's done something, like briefly flashing up. But essentially, just let it do its thing, and when it's done, it will automatically try to reboot your system. Again, make sure you've got anything which you need saved or closed. So now the computer has rebooted and we're back into Windows. Now, just to confirm that there is no MSI Center on here at all, or it's not trying to start up, if you press Control Shift and Escape, this will bring up Task Manager, and then you can go into Startup Apps, and you can just have a quick scan through to make sure that MSI Center or any of that MSI stuff isn't present here. That would be definitely a good thing to do, to check. So we're happy that MSI Center isn't now installed. So now we need to, obviously, if we do want to reinstall it and we want it to work, we'd need to reinstall it. If you want to try something else, like maybe Signal RGB, that kind of thing, then now you can go ahead and install that and use that instead. So that is, for a lot of you, going to be very straightforward. Now what we can do is actually, in this instance, I actually do want to have MSI Center. So we've already downloaded MSI Center.zip. We'll extract all, and we'll extract it to the desktop. Doesn't matter where you extract it to, because it will install in the normal place anyway. Again, with this, don't forget, two versions of the application. There is the Windows installer, which is here, or alternatively, you can head back into the Microsoft Store if you wish to and get the UWP version. Doesn't really make a difference which one you do. Choice is entirely up to you. But I'm going to use the traditional Windows installer. For me, that seems to be a little bit more reliable and seems to get updated a little bit before the Microsoft Store version. So we've got MSI Center installer. We'll just double click that to start it running. You'll get user account control come up, so we'll click on yes, accept the language and choose install, and then it will carry on the installation process. This can take a little while, so just be patient and let it get on and do its thing. So now we come to the end, completing MSI Center Setup Wizard, and we can click on Finish. Now at this point, it's really tempting to go to the Start menu and just click on MSI Center. Don't do that. Right click on it and choose Run as Administrator when you're running it for the first time. This is going to put some very important things into the registry. If you don't run it as administrator, potentially it can fail, and it looks like it's worked, but when you reboot the system, MSI Center won't load in the background, or will partially load, which can cause all kinds of problems. So run as administrator. Again, user account control is going to come in, so click on yes. Then you have to go through the privacy policy, which seems to be absolutely huge. But if you scroll down towards the bottom, put a tick in the box where it says I've read it, even though you obviously haven't, and click on OK. And then it's going to go ahead and do the installation. Again, this can take a little while, so just be patient and let it do its thing. And there we go. So MSI Center is now fully installed, whereas previously it was only partially installed because we hadn't run it as administrator, which is extremely important. So we'll click on Start Now. And then you can build your own version of MSI Center however you want to. Generally, these options here, I would avoid those and just choose Skip. As a default, if you've got any MSI peripherals installed, such as a gaming keyboard, gaming mouse, it will automatically install gaming gear. But if you want to install any other options here, you can do. Most people probably want Mystic Light possibly, and maybe Cooling Wizard, so you control your fans and your RGB. So that's all well and good, that's great. So we know that that is pretty much installed, so we can just carry on using our computer now, however we see fit. If you're getting to this point and you're finding that after you've rebooted your system, when the system's fully restarted, you don't have the MSI Center application showing in the system tray, you always have to actually just go to the start menu and click on MSI Center to actually make it start, then potentially that can be another problem. So there's a couple of ways around that as well. One of which is a little bit of a fudge. So this is basically forcing MSI Center to run on startup, even though something is physically stopping it. Now you can tell if something's physically stopping it. Again, do Shift Control and Escape. I have to think about it then. And go into Startup Apps. And you'll see MSI Center is here, but potentially on your system, if it's not running correctly or it's not been installed correctly, even though it's installed, it will say here status disabled. Now you can click on it and then change it to enabled by choosing disable up here. You'll have the enable button next to it, so you can choose between the two. Even if you enable it, if it says it's disabled, when you reboot, it will just automatically disable itself again, or if you close the window. So it stays in a disabled state. Again, a lot of that is down to not running it for the first time as administrator, which is super important, regardless of which way you do it, as a UWP app, or if you do it for a traditional Windows installer app. So if that happens, what can you do? So like I said, there's two things you can do, one of which is a fudge, which I'll show you now. So the first one is if you press the Windows key and R for the run dialog box and type in shell startup with the colon in the middle and click OK. So this shows your Windows startup programs. Also, if we do Windows and R again and run, and now we choose shell AppsFolder and click OK. And these are all the applications which are installed on your computer. So if you just go ahead and find MSI Center from this side and right click, but hold the right button down and drag MSI Center over to the startup window, and you get the option for create shortcuts here. So click on that, and essentially what this is doing now, although MSI Center is installed as an application, you're now manually adding a shortcut to force it to run from your start menu startup programs. So again, that is one way of doing it. If you reboot the computer now, if MSI Center wasn't previously opening on startup, it now will. However, you may find that it opens the program on your screen rather than just minimizing it to your system tray, which is this bit down here. So that might need every time you boot up just to physically close that program or click on the X to make it go down to the tray. So I don't need to do this on my system, so I'm actually going to delete that, but for you obviously leave it in there. Also, another thing you can do if it's not starting up is open MSI Center again, go to the settings cog and make sure that these are enabled here. So start MSI Center automatically when system starts, and the close button should minimize MSI Center to the system tray. So that means it's still going to be running in the background, but it's not open like this. So if you click on X there, traditionally that would be close the program, but in this instance it's going to be still running. So if you need to gain access to it to make any changes, you can do. And also always update, I would leave that set to on as well. So just make sure if your MSI Center isn't starting up when it's supposed to, just make sure that that toggle is in the correct position. So that is pretty much it. Now the last one is MSI Center in general does work quite well. But if you're someone who has been following along either any of our videos or videos from other tech channels with things like Windows debloating and all those kind of tools which we see every single day, there's always something new, like how to remove this, how to remove that. There's lots of those applications, and some of those do seem to break Windows, but not fully break it, just break it a little bit. So if that is the case, what you can do, if you're still not getting MSI Center to run on Startup, or any program for that matter, go to the Settings cog, go to Windows Update, then go to Advanced Options, then go to Recovery, and go to this one here, Fix Problems Using Windows Update. So if you click on Reinstall Now, what that's going to do is to download a new, fresh image of Windows, and then it will reinstall it. Keep all your apps and settings, nothing will be changed, your documents will be safe. It's just using Windows Update to reinstall your Windows system files, which potentially may have been damaged by running previous scripts and following various how-to videos, or just maybe it's got Windows corruption. This, I think, for most people is going to be the key. I went through all of the steps in this video, and it wasn't to the point that I got to here and thought, actually, is it an MSI Center problem? Is it a Windows problem? And for me, for my particular system, it was actually a Windows problem. So doing a safe repair or in-place upgrade using Windows Update actually fixed my problem, and then MSI Center worked absolutely perfectly. So there you go. I'm very sorry that it's been a very long video, but there's a lot of information to get through in here, and to get your system working properly isn't always one of those kind of TikTok style videos where it's done in a few seconds. It really isn't. Sometimes it's also nice to know what is going on behind the scenes and have a little bit more knowledge, so you can then fix your problems without just following instructions. You actually learn something at the same time, which hopefully this video has allowed you to do. And if it has, smash the like button. If you want to see more content like this on a daily basis, maybe consider hitting subscribe. And if you do that, don't forget to hit the chime notification. That way you'll be notified of future video releases. But for now, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To. And hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.